Tomorrow is National Bone Broth Day, and while the name might sound kind of strange, making the broth a growing trend can have a lot of health benefits. And here to help us celebrate is Katie Kimball and her kids. Welcome to 8 West.
Thanks, Rachel. It's good to be here.
Yeah, I know you are a big advocate of getting kids involved in the kitchen. In fact, you've made a very successful business of it. And the kids are busy right now. We'll kind of get to that. But let's talk a little bit about bone broth, because for some it's very familiar, and some it is something that they say, what?
Yeah, it does sound funny. You know, I was lucky enough that my mom made this when I was a kid, and I still remember calling her in college like, Mom, how did you do that? And it was always a frugal thing for me. But so I didn't really understand the health benefits until 10 years ago when I started teaching people online how to be healthy without going crazy. It doesn't just save money, but it's really, really good for you too. And so it's kind of funny to me now that you can buy this commercially, not so frugal though. This is like 50 cents a cup at Costco or $4 a cup. To buy it online, like the way we're making it today, is super expensive. So I almost feel like a magician. Like what we're going to show you, $4 a cup, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, pennies a gallon. Like,
wow, that's amazing.
So, yeah.
And then you think about it, of course, so you can buy your bone broth. We're going to talk about making it ourselves, but this is basically the broth that you use that would be like vegetable broth or vegetable stock or
super
chicken.
Powered.
Yes,
super
but
powered
this
with health
is
benefits.
something that's going to just knock you off your socks, because, you know, there's so much more nutrients that you can be getting from it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the kids doing right here, Katie?
All right, well, I brought my kids to show you how easy it is. And, you know, we start with bones. This is not glamorous or attractive, but that's the turkey bones from Christmas. I threw them in the freezer. And, John, what else are we going to put in here?
Carrots, celery, and onions.
Yeah, and those are the aromatics. That adds a lot of flavor and some beautiful color. And so you can see John's peeling. We're actually throwing the peels right in. That's how I make it easy for myself. Whenever I work with carrots, celery, and onions, I just throw it all in a freezer bag.
All of this goes in there?
Yeah, look at all these onion skins that Gabe is for here, and he's just loading it in. He showed us how kids can be involved with washing and scrubbing things, and he's just busy.
So you're putting this in there. What is going to be happening in this pot once you get it going?
Right. Well, we're going to cover that with water, bring it to a boil, and simmer that for 4 to 24 hours. Wow. It takes that long. That's why it's so expensive to buy, but it's so easy to make. Or you can do slow cooker for 8 to 24 hours. You can do Instant Pot for about an hour. Yeah. And then it's done. And this is what it looks like at the end.
Nice. Okay, so how long can you keep that?
This will stay for about a week in the fridge or months in the freezer, but there's a really important part that Gabe's about to show us. If you tasted this out of the pot, Rachel, you'd be like, Katie Kimball's crazy. This tastes terrible because homemade broth requires salt. And don't get scared, but it's a whole teaspoon per quart for 4 cups. Look at that.
Okay, so Gabe is just adding that to the broth that you put in the jar.
Perfect, Gabe. And that was our Kids Cook Real Food way of measuring. No holes, no hills. You did great, buddy. You want to stir that in? So now once the salt is in there, it tastes so good that you can actually just drink it in a mug.
Wonderful. And you say, okay, drink your broth, because there's so many benefits of it. You don't have to get fancy and add a bunch of things that would make it a soup. However, you do have some soup in studio that you used your bone broth with.
Yes, we had soup last night. And, you know, that's one of the things I love about having, you know, gallons of broth on hand, is that I think it encourages healthy eating, because now I want to make soup. I want to pack it with veggies.
And this is the time of year, Katie. We are just consuming it because it is cold outside.
It is. So you can see John is showing, like, when I sip it, I like to add a little garlic powder, a little cayenne for more flavor. But, I mean, this is what I'll have instead of coffee or tea.
Really?
Yeah.
And you got to think, I mean, you're getting so much out of it.
Right. The health benefits are crazy. Like, list as long as my arm. Some of my favorites include that it can soothe the lining of the gut and fight the inflammation a lot of us feel from day to day. It's joint supportive, and that's from the collagen and gelatin that comes out of the joints in the bones, which is also good for hair, skin, and nails.
Oh my goodness.
Strengthens it, right? And now you can buy collagen. I got a tub over here. This is like $40. You can put it in your smoothies, or free, made out of your onion skins. Which is awesome.
Great. That is so great. There's so many people that have made resolutions in 2019 to live healthy, to, you know, be mindful. what we're putting in our bodies. This sounds like a good alternative and opportunity to do that.
Yeah, this is a great practice, and it even boosts your immunity from colds. Like, there's science behind Grandma saying, eat your chicken soup.
Yeah.
You know, all this goodness that's in there. Plus, it's so frugal. Last tip is you can reuse those bones 3 times.
Yeah, okay, so you're showing us how healthy it can be. It's really, really great when you can have helpers get involved, because it's always great to have your kids learning in the kitchen. That's part of your mission also. You really teach families how they can work together and promote kids working in the kitchen when sometimes moms are quick to kind of shoo kids out. Can you tell us about that, Katie?
I do. I think it's so important to start kids young so that they can have healthy habits. Like, as much as we want to feed them healthy, if we're not teaching them to make it for themselves, when they become adults, they're not going to know what to do. It's not going to stick. So we say we help families connect in the kitchen. It reduces stress being all together. And science says kids are more likely to eat healthy food if they've had a hand in preparing it. And so just the confidence that these boys have, and my other 2 kids, knowing that they can do adult skills in the kitchen, is amazing.
And Gabe here is 4 years old.
He is 4.
Correct. And John is 7. John, I do have a question for you. I know your mom allows you to kind of help her and stand alongside her in the kitchen. And just this past summer, you learned a new skill. Can you tell us about it?
Sharp knife skills.
Sharp knife skills. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, he's 7.
Well, that's wonderful. So often as parents, we are very careful about allowing our kids to work with knives. But you say, you know what, with the proper teaching, it's something that we can do.
Yes, absolutely. You know, in fact, research says that delaying knife skills is like not potty training until age 6.
Really?
I mean, it's so important for kids to understand that they need to take risks, they need to try things. And so, yeah, we taught John to use a sharp knife this summer. He can do pickles, and what else do we do? Cucumbers and zucchini. Gabe, you use a butter knife, don't you?
That's
we start
great.
Gabe off with a butter knife and bananas.
Yeah, okay, so if you want to learn more about this, the opportunities to teach your kids these skills, I know you even posted some soup recipes in honor of National Bone Broth Day, which again is tomorrow. Where do people really need to go to learn?
Yes, just go to kidscookrealfood.com/brothday, and all the instructions that we kind of flew through today are on there, plus some of our favorite soup recipes.
Oh, that is so great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Katie. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
And thanks, guys, for coming in and really teaching us a valuable lesson, how we can be healthy in 2019. We'll put that online so it's easy to find for you, too. And we'll be right back with more 8 West. Don't go away.